He's planning to do that, but he's not able to do it. So, Sue tells him about Johnsey's belief that her fate was connected with the wine leaves. Berman was a German. Sue tells him about what is actually happening there, why is she going through that pandemic issue she's happening there. Tears stream through Berman's eyes as he denounces and laments. He's saying in a thick German accent the foolishness of Johnsey's belief. He's talking to Sue. Sue says she is ill and weak. So her mind is prone to morbid thoughts. When you are sick, when you have high fever, you say a lot of things which does not make sense. Believing he does not want to pose for her. He says, I don't want to pose for you today. Sue gets angry and leaves. I have to deposit this tomorrow. Now what is going to happen here? You say you want. He was very tensed with this. He was very caring for them. Now he's been trying to tell her. Berman is trying to tell her for half an hour he is ready to pose. But he doesn't want to do it. He says this is no place for someone as good as Johnsey to lie sick. One day he will paint a masterpiece and all of them will go away from that building. She doesn't have to be sick. Someone such a nice place, this is not a place for her to become sick. Half little bit drunk must be also. Johnsey is sleeping when they go upstairs. Sue lowers the shade over the window and motions for Berman to go to the other room. There they peer fearfully at the ivy man. Peer means look. From another room they stare at that ivy vine. Then they look at each other in silence. This is the last leaf. What will happen if she wakes up? A cold rain mixed with snow is falling, the storm type. You can't imagine. I have seen this. Rain and snow together. In Nainital only I have seen it. Terrible. It as if it's going to bite you up. So cold. Berman sits to pose as a hermit by her. This is what is happening. Till here. It was a superstition. Johnsey introduced this superstition into Sue's brain that she will die when the last ivy leaf falls. The conversation that results reveals Sue's and Johnsey's antagonistic relationship. They were very close to each other when they became friends at the restaurant. Sue dismisses Johnsey's superstitious beliefs as a nonsense and implores her to focus on getting better. Obviously, if I am her friend, I am also going to do the same thing. Johnsey is saying, let me die in peace, leave me alone. But Sue doesn't want to go. She even tries to spin the doctor's prognosis, or as being no more dire than the risk of being hit by a falling building material or run down by a streetcar. Everyday risks of life in New York. Life is like that. You don't know what's when going to happen. Life is you can't just want to die. When you're supposed to die, you can die. Someone can also throw a bomb and to kill someone, shooting someone else, the bullet might hit you. Now, during their argument, Johnsey should try to be optimistic, she is saying, Sue is telling her. Chicken broth is introduced as a symbol of health. Though Jhansi refuses to drink the broth Sue has warmed for her. She's brought it, na? Friend. She's caring, showing the essence of friends also in the story. Later in the story, her mood will grow more optimistic and she will ask for something to eat. Now, the narrator actually, about Behrman seems to be nothing more than a thorough character sketch, but every detail finds relevance later in the story. What is this all man about, this Behrman? Behrman's advanced age makes him vulnerable to catching pneumonia. Okay, to 65 plus, so they can catch pneumonia very fast. His desire to paint a masterpiece motivates his decision to paint Jhansi's last leaf. And his dog-like sense of loyalty to the woman upstairs gives justification for him to risk his own health to save Jhansi's life. Am I correct? Are you getting my point? He is willing to risk his life because he is that loyal dog. As I said, I am a one-man dog. Whoever will give me to eat, whoever will like me, I will love that person. You try to be frisky with me, I'll bite. And a bite I'll rip off. But at the same time, I'll be loyal to only one person. But he's a different type of dog. He's going to be loyal to those people. His dog-like sense of loyalty is giving justification to this story, where he wants to risk his own health to save Jhansi's life. That's the end of the part of the place. But at the same time, the story narrator has also showing that he is vulnerable to catching pneumonia more easily because he is already 65. His age makes him vulnerable. Vulnerable, right? Now, to reinforce these points introduced in Behrman's character sketch, O. Henry, the writer, moves from narrative summary into the scene through the use of imagery, not imaginary, imagery. Now we are trying to see what is his character sketch he's made. Behrman's apartment, the olfactory, that is, scent-based imagery of the juniper berries, gin, so that heavy drinker of gin, so that flavor is coming out always from his room. The black canvas calls back, shows, which is lying there covered. The blank, nothing is there. It shows the desire that he wants to paint a masterpiece, but he hasn't. And when he's crying, it shows the sadness that he's carrying, that loyalty over Jhansi's poor health. A young kid, I am still old, 65, I am living, this young kid wants to die just because of this leaf. Now the day ends with Jhansi falling asleep again, while Sue and Behrman look fearfully at the few ivy leaves left attached to the vine. This visual of leaves wavering as they are pelted by a persistent mix of rain and snow establishes the ominous mood. Danger, that. Will it fall? Will it not fall? That climax. Without sharing a word, it is clear that both Sue and Behrman know it is highly unlikely that any of the leaves will make it through the night. They are contrasting it. The full contrast is going, the leaf falling, and they know that it's not going to stay there. That leaf will have to fall. The storm, the snow, the rain, the wind. And at the same time, it's not going to last means Jhansi will also not last. That's what they are thinking. Climax. It's going to fall, not going to fall. What happens if she wakes up and sees it? What will happen? Next video. We'll do it today.